Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Uh, it's our first lecture after the midterm exam. So before midterm, we have discussed the basic concepts of the engineering economics. Okay, specifically, uh, we were linked into the economical considerations, the concepts, the basic terminologies. Okay, and most importantly, we have discussed the economical analysis. Okay, that how you will analyze that which project is best, yeah, which project will be selected among the different alternatives. Okay, and also we have discussed the most important topics, which was about the linear programming. That suppose if you have some limited resources available, so how you will allocate, how you will utilize that resources to get the maximum benefits, to achieve the maximum benefits, or to minimize the cost of a specific project. Okay, so for that purposes we have discussed the graphical method of the linear programming. Now we have another last topic about the engineering economics. After that we will start the management portion. Okay, so today we will discuss the budgeting methods in cost estimation. This is also one of the most important topic, that being an engineer, when you are dealing with any project, so first you will have to prepare the budget for that specific project. Okay, so आपके माइंड में अगर कोई आइडिया है अबाउट बजटिंग है कि बजटिंग क्या होता है, तो आप लोग शेयर कर सकते हैं. एनीवन प्लीज. जी, आपके माइंड में के ख्याल में कास्ट एस्टिमेशन क्या हो सकता है, क्या बजटिंग मेथड क्या हो सकते हैं? जी मुराद.
जी सर। सर मतलब किस तरीके के कौन कौन से तरीकों से हम मालूम कर सकते हैं, ये पूछते हैं आप।
जस्ट इस तरह के, व्हाट इज बजटिंग, आपके ख्याल में बजटिंग क्या है?
बजटिंग ये है सर कि हम अपनी जो प्रोजेक्ट वगैरह या कोई को स्टार्ट करते हैं तो हम पहले देखते हैं कि हमारे पास रिसोर्सेज वगैरह कितने हैं, तो इस हिसाब से हम इसकी बजट बनाते हैं।
जी नूर इस्लाम. नूर इस्लाम, आर यू देयर? हारिस.
सर मतलब जो प्रोजेक्ट हम करना चाह रहे हैं उसके लिए हमें कितने पैसे जरूरत है या इस तरह।
अच्छा, फर्स्ट माइंड में ये रखें कि आइदर यू विल हैव टू एग्जीक्यूट अ प्रोजेक्ट, मीन एक प्रोजेक्ट आप लोगों ने करना है, या एक बिजनेस स्टार्ट करनी है, या एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन चलाना है. तो इसी उसके लिए हम एनुअल बजट प्रिपेयर करते हैं. सो सिंपली वी कैन से दैट बजटिंग इज द एलोकेशन ऑफ रिसोर्सेज. ओके, ऑलरेडी हमने इनिशियल क्लासेस में डिस्कस किया कि रिसोर्सेज क्या है. ठीक है, सो वो एनी रिसोर्स हो सकते हैं, दैट विल बी फाइनेंशियल रिसोर्स, फिजिकल रिसोर्स, और फिजिकल रिसोर्स, फाइनेंशियल रिसोर्स, और ह्यूमन रिसोर्स. ठीक है, सो एलोकेटिंग द resources, and what will be our objective, yeah, why we are allocating the resources, to again to achieve the maximum benefit. Okay, see, दो टाइप्स के हमारे पास कंसिडरेशंस होते हैं. वन इज दी, सपोज अगर आप एक प्रोजेक्ट कर रहे हैं ना, एक चीज बिल्ड कर रहे हैं, एक चीज डेवलप कर रहे हैं, तो हमारा टारगेट क्या होता है कि उसका डेवलपमेंटल कास्ट कम आ जाए. ठीक है, उसका प्रोडक्शन कास्ट कम आ जाए, उसका मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कास्ट कम आ जाए, उसका एग्जीक्यूशन कास्ट कम आ जाए. एक ये साइड है. दूसरा साइड जो है, या दूसरा कंसिडरेशन जो है, सपोज यू आर रनिंग अ बिजनेस, यू आर रनिंग एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, आप एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को या बिजनेस को लीड कर रहे हैं. सो देन ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या होगा बजटिंग का, कि आप मैक्सिमम प्रॉफिट ऑब्टेन कर लें. नाउ अगेन, to execute a project at minimum cost, or to get the maximum profit from the organization or from the business, again you will have to allocate the available resources in a proper manner, and that will be called the planning. So we can say that budgeting is the planning of resources, yeah, allocation of the resources. Okay, so in this topic we will discuss the budgeting methods कि हम किस तरह resource को allocate कर सकते हैं, और how we can estimate the cost कि एक project के ऊपर कितना cost आएगा. ठीक है, सो लेट्स सी अगेन, आज का जो लेक्चर है ये इंट्रोडक्टरी लेवल तक होगा, इंपॉर्टेंस होगा बजटिंग का, बजटिंग की कंस्ट्रेंट्स होंगे, उसकी डिफिकल्टीज होंगे. ठीक है, फिर नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में हम डिटेल से उसके मेथड्स डिस्कस करेंगे. लेकिन ये जो इंट्रोडक्टरी चैप्टर है या टॉपिक है, these are most important. Once you get the idea about the topics, then you can easily prepare the budgets and cost estimation. Now again, going into the detail, first you will have to understand some different terms. See, हम word use करते हैं direct cost. ठीक है, direct cost, that is the cost which is directly accountable to the product. Suppose we will take an example of an organization. If you are running an organization or business, so there are two types of cost for which you are doing the budgeting. One is called the direct cost, second one is called the indirect cost. So direct cost is directly accountable to the product. For example, अगर आप एक चीज मैन्युफैक्चर कर रहे हैं, suppose if you are manufacturing a product, so to buy the raw material, salaries of the employees, machineries which will be utilized, so the cost of these things will be directly accounted to the manufactured product. Okay, second one, we have the indirect cost, which is not directly accountable to the product. For example, suppose total electricity charges, suppose. So total electricity cannot be utilized during the manufacturing. It can be utilized in the offices or other utilities. Okay, so one we have the direct cost, second one we have the indirect cost. Okay, another term that is called the recurring cost. Okay, the cost which is regularly occurring. For example, we can say that rent of the building. Okay, suppose if you are running your business in that is not the property of the organization, so then you will pay the rent on a regularly basis. That is called recurring cost. Second term is the non-recurring cost. That is one-time cost. Okay, suppose if you are developing a business, so at the starting time, suppose you are buying machineries, you are buying suppose computer, office equipments, so that will be one-time cost. That is called non-recurring cost. Next term हम जो use करते हैं, that is called fixed cost. Okay, expenses which does not change with increase or decrease in the number of product. Okay, suppose if you are manufacturing a product, anything, so if you are increasing 1,000 unit or 2,000 unit, or you are manufacturing 500 unit, the cost will not change. That is called the fixed cost. Okay, for example, the raw material per product, the cost of the raw material per product. So if you are manufacturing 1,000 units, 2,000 units, or 3,000 units, the cost per unit, the raw cost, yeah, the cost of the raw material per unit will not change. That is called the fixed cost. Okay, then we have the variable cost. Okay, the cost that varies with the level of output, yeah, with the number of products. For example, आपके ख्याल में क्या हो सकता है वेरिएबल कास्ट, जिसका कास्ट नंबर ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स की वजह से जो है चेंज हो जाए. जी, कोई एग्जांपल है? आई एम जस्ट आस्किंग फॉर यू पीपल कि आप लोग क्लास में इन्वॉल्व हो जाए ना, इस तरह नहीं है कि मैं जस्ट बोलते जाओ और आप लोग आउट हो जाओ. जी मुराद.
सर क्वेश्चन थोड़ा दोबारा बताएं.
सी, एक फिक्स्ड कास्ट है, एक वेरिएबल कास्ट है. the cost which does not change with the number of product, that is fixed. Suppose agar if you are manufacturing something, so the cost of the raw material per product, it is constant. So if you are manufacturing 1000 unit or 2000 unit or 3000 unit, the cost per unit will be constant. That is called fixed cost. Second one, we have variable cost, the cost which varies with the number of product. अगर आप नंबर ऑफ प्रोडक्ट ज्यादा प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं, कास्ट कम हो सकता है. तो ये कौन सा किस तरह कास्ट हो सकता है?
सर ये जो लेबर कास्ट होता है ये वेरिएबल होता है सर.
एग्जैक्टली ये एक एग्जांपल हो सकता है. सपोज अगर if someone is operating a machinery and for example that person is manufacturing 5 unit per day, and suppose another person on the same machinery is manufacturing 10 units per day, so the cost of operation will be changed. That is called the variable cost. Okay, so these are different terms just to understand. Direct cost, indirect cost, recurring
Excuse me,
cost.
सर.
जी
सर जो रॉ मटेरियल की जो कास्ट होती है, अगर हम वो प्रोडक्ट ज्यादा प्रोड्यूस करते हैं तो वो भी डिक्रीज हो जाती है, मतलब कम हो जाती है.
रॉ कास्ट ऑफ रॉ मटेरियल पर यूनिट, एक यूनिट पे जितना मटेरियल यूटिलाइज होगा ना, तो दूसरी यूनिट पे भी उतनी ही मटेरियल यूटिलाइज्ड होंगे, तीसरी यूनिट पे उतनी भी ही मटेरियल यूटिलाइज्ड होंगे, तो वो कास्ट चेंज नहीं हो सकता फिर.
नहीं सर, मतलब मेरा मतलब ये है कि अगर हम 10 यूनिट्स मैन्युफैक्चर करते हैं तो इसके लिए अब अगर रॉ मटेरियल लेते हैं तो मार्केट से हमें महंगा मिलेगा, अगर ज्यादा लेते हैं तो फिर सस्ता हो जाएगा.
वो तो बल्क मटेरियल है ना. मैं आपको क्या कह रहा हूँ, कास्ट ऑफ रॉ मटेरियल पर यूनिट, एक यूनिट के ऊपर रॉ मटेरियल का जो खर्चा आएगा और दूसरी के लिए वो सेम होगा.
ओके सर.
पॉइंट गेट कर रहे हैं आप?
यस सर.
ठीक है. सो डायरेक्ट कास्ट है, इनडायरेक्ट कास्ट, रिकरिंग कास्ट, नॉन रिकरिंग कास्ट, फिक्स्ड कास्ट, वेरिएबल कास्ट. अदर भी होते हैं, नॉर्मल कास्ट है, ओके, एक्सपेडिट कास्ट है. फॉर एग्जांपल, normal cost is the which is used to value the manufactured product with the actual material cost. Okay, इसको normal cost कहते हैं. Suppose जो the cost of the material, okay, which is actually manufactured, that is the normal cost. एक और term है which is expedite cost, which are also called the extra cost. For example, जो ओवर टाइम होता है ना, एक्स्ट्रा टाइम जब लेबर काम करते हैं, सो यू विल हैव टू पे, दैट इज कॉल्ड एक्सपेडिटेड कास्ट या एक्स्ट्रा कास्ट उसको कहते हैं. ठीक है. सो व्हेन एवर यू आर preparing the budget or whenever you are estimating the cost for a specific project, so you will have to consider all of these types of costs. Okay, so let's see. Budgeting, the first priority is obtaining the resources with which to do work. Either if you are starting a business or you are running an organization, okay, or suppose you are executing a project, so first you will have to do the resources. You will have to get the resources, you will have to obtain the resources, you will have to plan that from where the resource will come. Okay, so this planning is called budgeting. Okay, see from where the resources will come and how much resources will be required. So the planning of this thing is called budgeting. Okay, the act of budgeting is the allocation of scarce resources to various endeavors of an organization. See, if there is an organization, it will have an objective. हर एक organization का एक mission होगा, उसका एक vision होगा. There will be a specific objective of an organization, of a business or of a project. Okay, so whenever you are allocating the resources, so target क्या होगा? The target will be to achieve the objective effectively and efficiently. Now, how the objective will be achieved effectively and efficiently? When proper resources is allocated and utilized. Now see, allocation of resources is budgeting and utilization of resources is management. Okay, you have allocated the resources, you have budgeted the resources, you have prepared the budget, you have estimated the cost. Now how that resources will be utilized to achieve the objective within the availability of that resources. तो अगर betterly objective achieve हो जाए, then it will be called management. ठीक है, so just make the difference between the terminologies. The budget is a plan that identify the, again, resources, goals and
एक्सक्यूज
schedule.
मी सर,
जी
सर ये बजटिंग की जो है एलोकेशन ऑफ रिसोर्सेज है टू डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट या बिजनेस, और
जी
लीनियर प्रोग्रामिंग भी इसी तरह है, तो इसमें फर्क क्या है?
लीनियर प्रोग्रामिंग जो है, that is the we can say that maximizing the profit or minimizing the we can say that minimizing the cost of a specific project. ठीक है, दोनों प्लानिंग है. फिर लीनियर प्रोग्रामिंग जो है वो एक स्पेसिफिक टॉपिक आ जाता है अंडर द बजटिंग. ओके, सी बजटिंग में वी आर एलोकेटिंग द रिसोर्सेज इन बल्क फॉर्म. फिर उस रिसोर्सेज को आप किस तरह यूटिलाइज कर रहे हैं, ये फिर लीनियर प्रोग्रामिंग से करना होगा. ओके, यू हैव allocated that we have required, for example, 10% for a project, we have required 200 bags of cement, we have required this thing, we have required this thing. Now in these 10%, there will be supervisors, there will be laborers, there will be project manager. So कितने बंदे लेबर्स का काम करेंगे, कितना बंदा सुपरविजन करेगा कि आपका काम जो है विद इन द टाइम एंड विद इन द बजट ऑब्जेक्ट अचीव हो जाए. ओके, सी सपोज बजटिंग जो है दैट इज द कॉस्ट ऑफ अ प्रोजेक्ट. ओके, नाउ हाउ यू विल अचीव योर ऑब्जेक्टिव विद इन दिस कॉस्ट, इसके लिए आप लीनियर प्रोग्रामिंग कर सकते हैं. लेकिन ये कॉस्ट जो है ये आपने किस तरह फाइंड किया हुआ है, दैट इज द बजटिंग. ठीक है मुराद?
ये सर मतलब बजटिंग ये एस्टिमेशन है, मतलब
एग्जैक्टली, एस्टिमेशन है, प्लानिंग है बिफोर स्टार्टिंग द प्रोजेक्ट, एलोकेशन ऑफ रिसोर्सेज है, देन द यूटिलाइजेशन ऑफ रिसोर्सेज, फिर वो मैनेजमेंट में आ जाता है. और मैनेजमेंट लीनियर प्रोग्रामिंग इन दोनों के बीच में फिर होता है, एज अ ब्रिज काम कर सकता है. लुक, रिसोर्सेज आपने एलोकेट कर दी, अब उसका यूटिलाइजेशन आप किस तरह करेंगे कि ऑब्जेक्टिव मैक्सिमम हो जाए. सो एलोकेशन ऑफ रिसोर्सेज बजटिंग है, और जो वो है ना यूटिलाइजेशन ऑफ रिसोर्सेज है, दैट इज मैनेजमेंट, जो हम लीनियर प्रोग्रामिंग एक मेथड है जिसके जरिए हम रिसोर्सेज को प्रॉपरली यूटिलाइज कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, ओके. द बजट इज अ प्लान दैट आइडेंटिफाई द रिसोर्सेज, गोल्स एंड शेड्यूल. Again, these things are most important. You will have a specific goal which will be achieved, या एक objective होगा. Okay, now to achieve that goal within the required time, you will have to allocate the resources. Now the time is most important, schedule is most important. Suppose if you have to complete a project within 10 days as compared to complete the same project within 30 days. So different resources will be required to complete the project in 10 days as compared to the 30 days. Okay, so ये तीन चीजें जो है ये माइंड में रखने होते हैं whenever you are planning या whenever you are budgeting for a specific project. Okay, गोल क्या है, शेड्यूल क्या है. So कितने रिसोर्सेज रिक्वायर्ड होंगे, कौन कौन से रिसोर्सेज कितने रिक्वायर्ड होंगे, हाउ मच रिसोर्सेज विल बी रिक्वायर्ड. Cost budgeting involves allocating the project cost estimate to individual work items over time. See, once we have a bulk amount which will be allocated. For example, suppose a government has allocated, for example, 2 million amount for a specific project. Now that is the total allocated budget. Okay, so there will be labor, there will be material, there will be other equipment or machineries. Now labor के लिए कितना होगा, materials के लिए कितना होगा, machineries के लिए कितना होगा, how much will be for machineries, for labors and and per material. Then in labor, again, we have different categories as we have discussed: supervisors, seniors, okay, laborers, other categories in labors. In material, suppose if that is a civil project, so how much sand will be required, for example, cement will be required, steel will be required, etc. So that is the, then the, that is called the breakdown structure. Okay, या work breakdown structure, इसको WBS कहते हैं, work breakdown structure. So through which you can distribute the bulk allocated amount into individual activity. Again, that will be a type of planning. Okay. Most of the senior manager, see, we will discuss in the management portion of the course that we have three stages, the human stages in an organization. One is called the top management, yeah, senior management. Then we have the middle management, and then we have the lower management. Okay, so see, the budgeting, yeah, the cost allocation is the job of the senior management. Okay, the lower management is a practical level, which is the lower management is utilizing the allocated budget. Okay, the middle management is a bridge in between the senior management and lower management. Just at this level, you understand that the budget can be prepared by the senior managers. Now, whenever they are preparing, being an engineer, when you people are preparing a budget, so you will have to keep this term in your mind, that you will be even-handed. Neither you will do the overfunding to a specific project, nor you will do the underfunding. Suppose if you do the overfunding, what will be the problems? Wastages of resources, and we can say the encourages the slack management. Okay, and if you are underfunding, what will happen? The objective will be not properly achieved. Also, the lower management will be frustrated. They will not do work properly. Are you getting the point? Point समझ में आ रहा है? अगेन वो वही वाली बात है ना कि दरमियाना रवि जो है वो इख्तियार करना होगा. सजाद खान,
पाकिस्तान में इस तरह नहीं हो सकता.
No, we cannot blame Pakistan or anything. We are just generally we are understanding that the budgeting for any project should be prepared even-handed, not overfunded, neither underfunded. Okay, because फिर उसके problems आ जाते हैं. अगर फंड आप बहुत ज्यादा कर लेते फिर उसकी वेस्टेजेस हो सकते हैं. ठीक है, और again the effect will be on the objective. Okay, और अगर if you are doing underfunding, then the quality will be affected, the goal will be not properly achieved, and the workers or laborers will be not committed to their job. Okay, the budget is not simply one facet of a plan, nor is it merely an expression of organization policy. It is a control mechanism. Okay, again, you have to deal among the resources, schedule, and another term there was goal. Okay, what is the objective of the organization? Yeah, what is the goal? What is the time period for objective achievement? So how much resources will be allocated? So that is a control mechanism, that is allocation, that is planning. Okay, the budget serves as a standard for comparison. Again, suppose if you properly prepare a budget for a specific project, and suppose if the objective is properly achieved within the allocation of the resources, then it will be considered as a standard. Suppose if next time if you are doing the same project, then directly you can say that this much will be the budget for that project, which is also called the experience, जिसको experience कहते हैं ना, that come under the we can say that comparison between different projects. a baseline from which to measure the difference between the actual and planned value. Okay, see that budget which you have prepared before the starting of the project, that is called planned value. And suppose when you complete the project, okay, so the cost which is which occurred after the completion, that is called the actual value. One is the planned value, one is the actual value. Mean planned is the cost which you have allocated at the start of the project, and actual is that is the cost which is actually occurred on the project. So then you will have to compare these two. If the actual is equal to the planned, then the project is within budget. If actual is greater than planned, then the project is under budgeted. If actual is less than planned, then the project was over budgeted. Just keep in mind again these three terms: within budget, over budget, under budget. Okay, and that will be compared based in the actual cost and the planned cost. Okay. Indeed, the pattern of deviation can be examined to see if it is possible or reasonable to forecast significant departure from budget. Again, whenever you are involved in a project, so see, we have some specific time period that this will be the start of the project, this will be the end of the project. Okay, so this is time 0, and suppose this is time t, and t is the time period in which you have to complete the project. Okay, now at time 0 you will have the planned value that we have this much cost for the given project. At time t you will have what? Actual value, that how much cost is utilized. Also during the project, suppose after 3 months, after 6 months, after 7 months, you can see up to 3 months, suppose how much work is completed, what is the actual cost of that work which is completed, and how much was the planned cost for that much work. So then you can see that either you are going under budgeted, or you are going over budgeted, or you are going within the budgeted cost. Okay, so the budget will be a standard for comparison. Yeah, it will be a baseline for a project. So with sufficient warning, it is sometimes possible to implement corrective action. See, at the mid of the project, suppose if you are doing this consideration that either you are going under budgeted or over budgeted, so then at that time you can do the corrective action. अगर उस टाइम पे आप ये ना करें, एंड पे चले जाए, तो फिर आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते. ठीक है, अगर actual cost जो है, if it is too much greater than the planned value, then you cannot do anything because the project is completed. So at any stage of the project, you can look into the actual value and you can look into the planned value, and then you can see that if there is variation, then you can do the corrective actions. ठीक है, जिस तरह सॉरी मैं नेम नहीं ले सकता उसका प्रोजेक्ट का, वो स्पेसिफिक हो जाएगा फिर. ठीक है, क्लियर है ये थिंग?
यस सर.
सजाद खान.
यस सर, क्लियर है.
अच्छा,
क्लियर है सर.
ठीक है. See, there are some principles, value, governance, transparency. ठीक है, these are involved.
Sir,
जी.
the types of budget, under budget and over budget, and third one, sir.
See, we have two terms. One is the planned value. Second one is the actual value. Planned value is the cost which you allocate at the start of the project, that this project will be, suppose, executed. Yeah, 2 million rupees is allocated per the project. Now when you complete the project, and suppose the actual cost which occurred on this project, that is called the actual cost. So if actual cost is equal to the planned cost, then the project will be within budget. If the actual cost is greater than the planned cost, then it will be over budget, sorry, under budget. And if actual cost is less than planned cost, then it will be over budgeted. Then at the start you have allocated more amount than the actual amount. Okay. So these are the principle: team, trust, accountability, planning, coordination, resources control, goals, and reward. Okay, so that is the we can say the job of the senior management, then a middle management, then these are the executor, and at the end you will have the better control on your resources. Okay. So budget play an important role, as we have already discussed, in the entire process of management, in the better achievement of the objective. So it is clear that budgeting procedures must associate resource use with the achievement of the organizational goal. Again, you will have to keep the goal of the objective and the time period. So then you will have to allocate the resource. Okay. So if you properly, if you prepare the proper budget, then the objective will be effectively and efficiently achieved. Okay, so budgeting also occur, that is also a step, a process in the management. Okay. The management, again, we can say that budgeting is the first step of management. Okay, if you properly allocate the resources, then you will be properly utilize the resource. अगर आप properly resource ही allocate ना करें तो फिर उसकी proper utilization आप नहीं कर सकते. So also we can say that budgeting is the first initial stage of the management. The manager directs the deployment of resources to accomplish some desired objective. Okay, resource usage should be monitored carefully. Then it is management. Okay, you have allocated the resources, but if it is not properly utilized, if it is not properly monitored, then what will happen? Again, the objective will be not properly achieved. The project will go under budgeted. Extra cost फिर आपने पे करना होगा. Okay, so ये फिर management में आ जाता है, हम उसको discuss करेंगे फिर. Data must be collected. लेकिन see, as we have discussed that the budget is a baseline. Budget is a standard per comparison. So during the project execution, you will have to monitor the carefully, you will have to collect the data, and then you will have to compare it with the planned value, with the planned cost, with the planned resources. So if there is variations, then you can take corrective action. Data must be collected and reported in a timely manner. The value of the budget in identifying and reporting the current problem. Okay, as we have discussed. The reporting process must be carefully designed and controlled. Let's see, during the project, during the operation of the work, if there is variation, then it will be controlled so that that at the end you have the same value of the actual cost and the planned cost. Okay, so see, just a conclusion, budget is simply the project planning. Also this is the most important definition. See, budget is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Suppose if in your pocket, if you have 100 rupees, and suppose if you are going to market, so at the start you say that 20 will be transportation charges and 30 will be per refreshment. Okay, 20 will be per bulk point, suppose 30 will be per some pages. So at the start you have allocated these resources, so that is you have told your money that where it will go. Okay, ऐसा नहीं है कि suppose you went to the market, you have 100 money, and suppose you buy something and you do refreshment and you paid the transportation charges, and at the end you are suppose counting that where the money went. Okay, so this is proper budgeting, this is proper allocation, this is the proper planning. Okay, so then at the end आपको क्लियर आइडिया होगा कि इतना अमाउंट जो है वहां पे खर्च हो गया. ठीक है. Okay. Clear is just concept of budgeting.
Yes, sir, clear.
Now, what is also we can say that budgeting is forecast. Budgeting is a type of prediction. So if there is a forecast, yeah, if there is a prediction, then there must be uncertainty because you don't know about the future, that what will happen. Okay, at the start you are allocating the resources, you are allocating the budget. Okay, but we don't know that what will happen in the future. Simplest example, suppose if you are constructing a house, any projects, for example a house, so at the start suppose you have allocated 1 million amount per material, cement, sand, etc., and suppose you have allocated 0.2 million per labors at the start. Now suppose you have started the project, after 2 months or after 3 months the prices of the materials raised in the market. Yeah, the labor availability is, suppose the labor is not available, then obviously you will hire the laborers or the employees in at higher rates. So then the cost will be affected, the budget will be affected, the planned value will be affected. Okay, so see, that is that we have predicted, that we have forecasted, that we have planned, but the actual is there is problems. So if you're doing forecasting, if you are doing prediction, then there must be some uncertainty, and this is the most important problem whenever you are preparing a budget. Okay, see, there is uncertainty regarding usage and price, especially for material and labor, as we have discussed. Okay, so the more standardized the project and components, the lower will be uncertainty. Now if you properly keep in mind the inflation, see, which we have discussed in initial classes, each and everything will be come here. Okay, so whenever you prepare the budget in a standardized manner, considering all the constraints, okay, looking into the environment of the specific area, yeah, specific country, then you can go for a better budget preparation. Then there will be lower uncertainty. और अगर आपको वही आइडिया नहीं है, आप इन्फ्लेशन अकाउंट नहीं कर सकते, सपोज आप कोई और कंपोनेंट्स, कोई कंस्ट्रेंट्स कंसीडर नहीं कर रहे हैं, सो देन देयर विल बी हायर चांसेस ऑफ अनसर्टेनिटी. फिर आपका प्रोजेक्ट जो है अंडर बजट, ओवर बजट जा सकता है. Also, the more experienced the cost estimator is, suppose more experienced, then the uncertainty will be less. Okay, अगर एक लेमैन से आप कास्ट एस्टिमेट कर रहे तो वो तो इस तरह प्रॉपर नहीं कर सकते ना. ठीक है, सो अनसर्टेनिटी इज द बेसिक प्रॉब्लम इन या लिमिटेशन इन द प्रोजेक्ट budget preparation. Okay, so sometimes then we are using the rule of thumbs for the budgeting. See, you people may have heard that suppose if you are constructing a house and if the area is known, then someone will told you that this project will cost, for example, 4 million. Okay, so that is in term of square feet. Again, that is not the actual preparation of budget. Okay, yeah, for example, if you are suppose printing the pages and if you have suppose 80 pages, then you can roughly say that it will cost suppose 400 if per page is printed on 5 rupees. But actually, suppose if you go to the market and you ask from the shopkeeper and you negotiate with him, so maybe he can give you some discount. But at the start, you have just guessed, yeah, you have just estimate that approximately it will cost 80 rupees. Okay, so yeah, this is also the most important. ये जो एक सर पाई चार्ट है for the budget preparation. Suppose if you are starting a project or you are doing a project, so you will have to allocate 14% service charges, shipping charges, travel charges. Okay, so these are just the rule of thumb that within a minute you can say that this project will cost this much amount. Okay, but for proper allocation of resources, you will have to do a lot of work. These rule of thumbs may be adjusted for special condition. Okay. However, this is still easier than starting the estimate from scratch. Okay.
सर
जी
सर ये 14% ये जो परसेंटेज दिए गए हैं ये एग्जांपल है सर या ये स्टैंडर्ड है?
ना स्टैंडर्ड नहीं है, ऊपर क्या लिखा हुआ है? बजटिंग रूल्स ऑफ थंब
मतलब सर
बेस्ड ऑन
इसको
एक्सपीरियंस. हाँ, बेस्ड ऑन एक्सपीरियंस. यहाँ पे नीचे सोर्स गिवन है. बेस्ड ऑन एक्सपीरियंस someone have mentioned these values. Okay, it can be changed. These are not the exact values. Okay, जिस तरह अगर आपको पता है ना, पाकिस्तान में जब हम कंस्ट्रक्शन कास्ट फाइंड करते हैं तो नॉर्मली वी आर टेकिंग 800 to 1200 चार्जेस पर स्क्वायर फीट. सपोज अगर आप कंस्ट्रक्शन कर रहे हैं ना, तो एक स्क्वायर फीट जो एरिया होता है, ग्राउंड का एरिया होता है,
यस सर
उस पे पर सो दैट इज अ रूल ऑफ थंब. नाउ इट डिपेंड्स ऑन योर एक्चुअलिटी. सपोज अगर जो ओनर हैं वो बेस्ट क्वालिटी की सपोज टाइल्स लगाना चाहते हैं, बेस्ट सैनिटरी अप करते हैं, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कर, तो ये कास्ट ज्यादा हो सकता है. ठीक है, या रफ कंस्ट्रक्शन करते हैं तो ये कास्ट कम भी हो सकता है. सो दिस इज जस्ट अ रूल ऑफ थंब.
सर रूल ऑफ थंब का मतलब तो ये नहीं है कि इसको जरूर फॉलो करना पड़ेगा.
नहीं, रूल ऑफ थंब ये नहीं है. मीन जस्ट रफली आप जब एक चीज को एस्टिमेट करते हैं ना, ठीक है, बेस्ड ऑन एक्सपीरियंस, इसको भी आप इस तरह कह सकते हैं. इनिशियली मैंने आपको एग्जांपल दे दिया ना कि जिस तरह सपोज अगर आप पेजेस प्रिंट करते हैं तो आपको माइंड में है कि नॉर्मली एक पेज 5 रुपीज में प्रिंट होता है. अब अगर आपने 100 पेजेस प्रिंट करें तो स्टार्ट में डायरेक्टली विद इन सेकंड आप कह सकते हैं कि इस पे 500 उसका बजट होगा. लेकिन आप जब शॉप में चले जाए तो एक्चुअली आपको पता चल जाएगा रेट्स हाई है, लो है. ठीक है, there may not be as much historical data. Now in rule of thumb, sometime suppose for the specific project, if the historical data is not available, now see, the rule of thumb can be applied when you are performing or when you are doing the same project which is already performed in the past. तो फिर आप कह सकते हैं ना, so now if the past data is not available, historical data is not available, फिर आप rule of thumb नहीं कर सकते ना अगर न्यू प्रोजेक्ट है. ठीक है, even with similar project, suppose अगर सेम प्रोजेक्ट है, again there will be significant differences. ठीक है, अगर लार्ज साइज के प्रोजेक्ट्स आप करते हैं, ठीक है, ऑलरेडी आपने एक प्रोजेक्ट किया हुआ है, अब दूसरा प्रोजेक्ट कर रहे हैं तो उसमें डिफरेंसेस आ सकते हैं. Again, that will be depend on the environment, depend on the people, depend on the material availability in the area, depend on the transportation. Okay, depend on the, as we have discussed, the environmental conditions. Okay, many people have input to the budgets. Again, there are different peoples are involved. See, that's why the budgeting estimation is difficult. The most important क्या है? Difficulty, uncertainty है. Second one, if some historical data is not available, then you will have to do a lot of efforts for the budget preparation. And if the similar project is already executed in the past, again, there will be some differences. And also different peoples are involved. They have different manner. They have different levels. Okay. Multiple people have some control over the budgets. Okay, मीन ज्यादा लोग जो होते हैं ना, हेवी प्रोजेक्ट जो होते हैं उसमें ज्यादा लोग इन्वॉल्व होते हैं. There is more flexibility regarding the estimates of inputs, material and labor. Okay, suppose that the cost can be rapidly varied or increased or decreased within the future time period. So then you will be not able to just take a single decision about the budget preparation. Also, the accounting system may not be set up to track the project data. Okay, suppose अगर एक project में properly accounting system नहीं है, again that can affect your budget preparation. उसमें corruption हो सकता है ना, money जो है वो back side पे जा सकती है. So again it will affect the actual cost of the project. usage of labor and material is very lumpy over time, mean इसकी जो costs होते हैं ना ये highly variable होते हैं with respect to the time. ठीक है, so due to these terms we can say that budget preparation is a difficult task. Okay. By definition, as we have discussed, projects are unique, non-recurring efforts. So there is upon a little history, little tradition. So further project can last forever. ठीक है, मीन हर एक प्रोजेक्ट जो होता है वो एक यूनिक प्रोजेक्ट होता है, एग्जैक्टली सिमिलर प्रोजेक्ट नहीं होता, बेस्ड ऑन द कंडीशन जो हमने प्रीवियस स्लाइड में डिस्कस की, या सेम प्रोजेक्ट की हिस्ट्री अवेलेबल नहीं होते, ठीक है, या प्रोजेक्ट जो होता है उसका लाइफ टाइम ज्यादा होता है. सो रिमेंबर, जितना लाइफ ज्यादा होगा प्रोजेक्ट का इतनी अनसर्टेनिटी ज्यादा होगी, बिकॉज वी डोंट नो अबाउट द आफ्टर 1 year 2 year 3 year दैट व्हाट विल बी हैपन टू द प्राइसेस. ओके, सो ड्यू टू दिस थ्री टर्म budget preparation is difficult and a tougher job. Again, another term which is involved in the difficulty of the project budget preparation, that is the life cycle of the project. See, we have two types of the project. At this project, you can see that at horizontal, we have time. At vertical axis, we have the percentage of project completion. So here you can see that at the start, project was started slowly, but at the end, you can see that the curve becomes steeper. Mean आखिर में जो है कम टाइम में ज्यादा कवर हुआ है. See, you can see that mostly 70% project is completed in last, for example, 20% of time, and 30% of project was completed in 80% of time. So इसका start slow है, end जो है finishing जो है ये quicker है. यहाँ पे देखें slow start है, momentum बीच में quicker है, quick momentum है, at the end again slow finishing है. ठीक है, ये project की completion का ये stages होते हैं. Suppose you slowly started, then you achieved the momentum and you performed, you completed the project quickly, okay, yeah, you executed the project quickly, and at the start finishing stage is again the slow stage. ठीक है, BRT का अगर हम कर ले, उसका मैंने एक देखा था, उसका स्टार्ट क्विकली था एंड इन में फिर वो स्लो हो गया. नाउ अगेन that will depend on your budget allocation, utilization of resources, availability of resources. ठीक है, या लेबर्स जो होते हैं, वर्कर जो होते हैं, वो प्रोजेक्ट को क्या करते हैं, खींचते हैं. ठीक है, सपोज कि अगर प्रोजेक्ट खत्म हो जाए तो फिर हम क्या करेंगे, तो फिर वो प्रोजेक्ट को खत्म नहीं होने देते, तो फिर उनका ईंड जो होता है ना वो एक्सटेंसिव होता है, स्लो होता है. ठीक है, तो 3 टाइप्स के प्रोजेक्ट होते हैं. स्टार्ट जो है वो क्विकर होता है, फिनिशिंग जो है वो स्लो होता है, या स्टार्ट स्लो होता है, फिनिशिंग क्विक होता है, या स्लो स्टार्ट, क्विक मोमेंटम एट द मिडल एंड देन स्लो फिनिशिंग. बेस्ट वन जो है वो ये है. ठीक है, सो अगेन मतलब ये है इन लाइफ साइकिल का डिफरेंट प्रोजेक्ट का वी विल आल्सो डिस्कस इन डिटेल्स इसकी जो डिफरेंट स्टेप्स हैं, लेकिन एट दिस स्टेज the life cycle of the project can also affect the budget preparation. Okay, so whenever you are developing the project, so what we will do, actually we have to forecast what will be needed. We are planning, we are predicting कि क्या required होगा, what will be required about the labor and material. Again ये 2 चीजें होती है ना, किसी भी प्रोजेक्ट के लिए you will need human resource and physical resource, and for these two you will find out its financial resource कि इसके लिए कितना finance required होगा, that is budgeting. Okay, how much it will cost, remember, and when it will be needed. This is the factor which reduce the uncertainty of the budget. ठीक है, अगर आपको ये पता हो जाए ना कि ये रिसोर्स कब रिक्वायर्ड होगा, तो उस हिसाब से उस टाइम के आप उसका कास्ट अप्लाई करेंगे. ओके, सो देन यू विल हैव टू include the inflation rate per that period of a specific resource. See, for example, agar aap, if you are utilizing the material, so suppose some material is utilized in first year, second resources is some resources is utilized in second year, some resources is utilized in third year. So the resources which will be utilized in the first year, its actual cost will be included. Then the resources which will be utilized in second year, the cost will be included based on the value of money at that year. Similarly, the resources which will be utilized at third year, उस हिसाब से उनका cost include करना होगा. So then the uncertainty will be reduced. Okay. So the budget reflect the project plan, time paced, mean in dollars. Okay. So budgeting is all about that forecasting, predicting, and planning about the resources, that how much resources is required and when it will be required. Okay. So when you convert these things into money, that is called budget. Okay. And ये resources होते हैं. These are the resources, या these are the charges, which are included in the budget preparation: labor, materials, then the contractors. Okay, see, there are difference between labor and contractors. They are directly involved in the project execution. These are the ground people, और ये office peoples होते हैं. Also equipment and facilities, travel charges, and other things which coming in your mind. Okay, so these things, these sources are included in the cost or project budget preparation. Okay.
सब कॉन्ट्रैक्टर की
इनसी एक तो प्रोजेक्ट का ओनर होगा ना, या एग्जीक्यूटर होगा, बॉस होगा, सीनियर मैनेजर्स होगा, सीनियर मैनेजर्स होंगे. फिर उनकी अंडर जो, सपोज मैंने आपको बता दिया, अब आगे नेक्स्ट स्लाइड्स में आ रहे हैं ना, हमारे पास एक प्रोजेक्ट है. फिर एक प्रोजेक्ट में सपोज कंक्रीट का काम है, सपोज इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का काम है, सपोज उसमें सैनिटरी का काम है. ठीक है. तो फिर ये जो है एक एक कंट्रैक्टर्स को आप देंगे ना, तो उनकी जो कास्ट होती है. ठीक है. अच्छा. Now, clear definition of project cost at the beginning decreases the possibility of estimation error. As we have discussed, that the project budgeting, uncertainty is involved in the project budgeting. So if you have the clear definition of the cost at the start, ठीक है, जो resources है ना, उनकी cost अगर clearly defined है, then there will be less error. ठीक है. With greater initial accuracy, the likelihood of the project within the budget is greater. Okay, if you have accurately prepared the budget, if you have properly considered the time value of money, okay, if you consider each and every that factors, then what will happen? There will be less error and the accuracy will be more. There will be less chances of the we can say that poor budgeting or under budgeting. Okay, so now one step, one method to be able to create a good estimation, okay, to properly allocate the resources, okay, to do the best estimation, the project must be broken down. Now see, to deliverables, work packages, and tasks. See, you will have a program, okay, एक single program होगा ना, उसका एक objective होगा which you will have to achieve. ठीक है. Now that program will be divided into projects, project A and project B. Then there will be different tasks in individual project. कि इस project में ये task है, इस project में ये task है, फिर इस task में सब tasks होते हैं. Then in each and every task there will be work packages. Now see, these are the ground works. So if these two packages is achieved, we can say that subtask 1 is achieved. If these two work packages is achieved, then we can say that subtask 2 is achieved. And when these two subtasks are achieved, then we can say that task 1 is achieved. Similarly, when task 2 is also achieved, then we can say that project A is completed. Similarly, when project B is completed, then we can say that the program is finished. So sample example में अगर आप लोगों को दूं, see the you are doing the BSc degree in agricultural engineering, so suppose that is program. Okay, then in each and every program, in this program you have 8 semesters. Yeah, you can say that you have 4 years. So these 4 years, these are the projects. Okay, now in each year you have 2 semester, first semester, second semester, similarly third and fourth semester यहाँ पे है, fifth और sixth यहाँ पे है, ठीक है, 7 और 8 यहाँ पे है. फिर हर सेमेस्टर में आप लोगों के डिफरेंट सब्जेक्ट्स होते हैं, ठीक है. तो हर एक सब्जेक्ट्स को व्हेन यू क्वालिफाई, सपोज ईच एंड एवरी सब्जेक्ट ऑफ फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर इज क्वालिफाइड, देन यू हैव कंप्लीटेड योर फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर. व्हेन यू qualify each and every subject of second semester, so you have qualified your second semester, it means that first project is completed. Similarly, second, third, fourth, once the fourth project is completed, then you have achieved, you have your goal, your program is we can say that will be finished, that will be closed. So that is called the stepwise project, that first you must have to achieve the first task, then the second task, then the fourth, fifth and so on. हमारे पास इस तरह भी प्रोजेक्ट्स हो सकते हैं ना कि एट अ टाइम आप ये टास्क भी कर लें, 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 आप एट अ टाइम चाहे ना. समझ आ रहे हैं पॉइंट? आर यू गेटिंग दिस पॉइंट?
यस सर, क्लियर है.
ठीक है, मैंने जो एग्जांपल दी ना, ये स्टेप वाइज ब्रेक डाउन स्ट्रक्चर है. अगर एक स्टेप आपने नहीं किया तो आप सेकंड पे नहीं जा सकते, सेकंड अगर नहीं किया तो आप थर्ड पे नहीं जा सकते. यू कैन नॉट गो फॉर थर्ड स्टेजेस. बट जो कंस्ट्रक्शन प्रोजेक्ट्स होते हैं उसमें एट अ टाइम यू कैन डू द वर्क पैकेजेस ऑफ डिफरेंट टास्क्स. ओके, now as we have already discussed that the problems or difficulties in the cost estimation, that is the low initial estimates. Suppose initially you have estimated less cost. Okay, if there is technical difficulties, okay, unexpected technical difficulties, if during the project execution, suppose if machinery failed or if accidents occur or if some natural hazards occurs, okay, lack of definition, if you don't know about the future activity, जिस तरह हमने previous slide में discuss की ना, at the start if you know about each and every task and subtask and work packages, फिर estimation error कम होगा. But if you don't know about that thing, then that will be a problem. Okay, specification changes, अगर बीच में bosses आ जाए और project में जो है कोई change करना चाहे, so again it will affect the budget. Okay, so ये problems होते हैं. External factors हैं, environmental factors हैं, ठीक है, which can affect the cost estimation. क्लियर यहां तक? अगर कोई क्वेश्चन है तो आप पूछ सकते हैं. समीर शेख, आर यू देयर समीर? अच्छा, अब कुछ टर्मिनोलॉजीज हैं जिसके जरिए हम डिसाइड करते हैं ना कि प्रोजेक्ट जो है ओवर बजटेड है या अंडर बजट है. जस्ट 2 स्लाइड्स हैं. इसको कास्ट मैनेजमेंट प्लानिंग कहते हैं. बजटिंग की जो मेथड है वो हम नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में करेंगे कि उसकी थ्योरेटिकल है ना कि किस तरह हम बजट को प्रिपेयर करते हैं या कौन कौन से कास्ट उसमें इंक्लूड होते हैं. अभी जो है ये उसका बैकग्राउंड है या इंट्रोडक्शन है. सो सी, वंस यू हैव प्रिपेयर्ड द बजट, देन यू विल हैव टू डू द मैनेजमेंट, दैट द कास्ट which you have utilized, which you have allocated, the cost which you have planned, that will be properly utilized. That is called the cost management plan. Okay, that is describe how the organization will manage cost variance on the project. Okay, as we have discussed that suppose you have planned this amount for the project, and suppose 40% come after 40% of project, you describe, you calculate the actual cost. So suppose if you are going over budgeted, now how it will be managed that the project cost become equal to the planned cost. Okay, so how to respond to proposal, ठीक है, ये चीजें इंपॉर्टेंट है यहाँ पे, at how you will do the project cost management. So earned value management is a project performance measurement. Okay, suppose you have to measure the project performance. Again, how you will know numerically, ठीक है, या जो numbers है ना, किस तरह आप quantify करेंगे ना कि project जो है it is going under budgeted or over budgeted. That is called the project performance measurement. Okay, and again that integrate the scope, time and cost. That either you are going, ये भी most important है कि आप जो project complete कर रहे हैं वो within time period है, under time period है या in time period है. These three terms are involved both in budget and time. Either you are going in time, under time or over time. In budget में in budget, over budget, under budget. Oh, okay. So the measurement of these things is called the project performance measurement. ठीक है, साजिदुल्लाह आप अभी आ गए क्लास में? साजिद, Sajidullah, are you there? Please respond. जी साजिद, अगर रिस्पॉन्ड नहीं करे तो लेट मी रिमूव है. अब कोई जो रिस्पॉन्ड नहीं करेगा ना उसको रिमूव करूंगा क्लास से. अच्छा, सी एज वी हैव डिस्कस्ड व्हाट इज द प्लेन वैल्यू. प्लेन वैल्यू क्या है? व्हाट इज प्लेन वैल्यू?
सर जो हमने पहले से एस्टिमेट किया हुआ हो कि यहाँ तक जो है हमारा project-
मुराद, मैंने मुझसे पूछा है ना, मुनीब से.
अच्छा सर, सॉरी सर.
अजमल, व्हाट इज प्लेन वैल्यू?
सर मेरा नेट का इशू सर, अब बार बार ड्रॉप हो रहा है सर.
जी हसीब.
सर जो हम एस्टिमेट प्रोजेक्ट को एग्जीक्यूट करने से पहले जो प्लान जो कॉस्ट एस्टिमेट करते हैं प्रोजेक्ट के लिए, उसको प्लान वैल्यू कहते हैं.
सी द बजटेड कास्ट ऑफ वर्क शेड्यूल, पहले इसको ये कहते हैं ना BCWS, द वर्क विच यू विल परफॉर्म. ओके, जो काम आपने शेड्यूल किया है ना कि आप क्या करेंगे, सो उसके लिए जो आपने कास्ट प्रिपेयर किया हुआ है, दैट इज कॉल्ड द plain value. That is also called the budget. The portion of the approved total cost estimate planned to be spent on an activity during a given period. Now see, as we have discussed, suppose that is the total cost which is planned for the project. Here the cost is 0, the project is 0. Okay, means project आपने start ही नहीं किया या project आप नहीं कर रहे हैं, so what will be the cost? 0. And for completing the project, okay, for project completion you will have required this much amount, this much value. Okay, now suppose you are interested that for 10% of this project, see that is the 100% completion. This is 0% completion. This is 0 cost. This is 100% plain cost या budget cost. Now per 10% of project, how much is the cost? इस 10% project के लिए ये cost कितना है? That is called plain value. ठीक है, ये some portion है ना कि 10% project के लिए आपने कितना cost allocate किया हुआ है. Clear? Now see, when this 10% of project is completed, then you calculate, then you find out that what is the actual cost occurred on this portion of the project, on this activity of the project, that is called the actual cost. Okay, that is also called the actual cost of work performed. जो वर्क आपने परफॉर्म किया है, जो वर्क आपने कंप्लीट किया है, उस पे कितना चार्जेस आए हुए हैं, that is called the actual cost. And again that will be the sum of direct and indirect cost, which we have discussed in the start कि direct और indirect क्या है. ठीक है. अच्छा, then we have the earned value. earned value, मुराद माइक आप कर ले प्लीज. that is called the budget.
Excuse me, sir.
जी
सर ये एक्चुअल वैल्यू सर हम ये ऑन फील्ड कैलकुलेट कर दें.
जितना सपोज आपने सपोज अगर एक घर है ना, आप घर कंस्ट्रक्ट कर रहे हैं, उसके लिए आपने स्टार्ट में सपोज 3 मिलियन का अमाउंट एलोकेट किया टोटल प्रोजेक्ट के लिए. सो दैट इज द प्लेन वैल्यू. ठीक है. अब सपोज फाउंडेशन तक आपने काम किया, फाउंडेशन तक लैंड लेवलिंग, उसकी फाउंडेशन और फिर उसकी कंक्रीटिंग वगैरह आपने कर दिया ना, बेस आपने तैयार कर दिया या बेसमेंट आपने तैयार कर दिया, तो वहां तक आपका कितना खर्चा हुआ, दैट इज कॉल्ड द एक्चुअल कॉस्ट. ठीक है. अब उस स्टेज तक सी प्लेन वैल्यू इज द टोटल कॉस्ट फॉर द होल प्रोजेक्ट. नाउ ये जो फाउंडेशन तक आपने काम किया, उस तक इस प्लेन वैल्यू में कितना हिस्सा था, दैट इज कॉल्ड द अर्न्ड वैल्यू. Just understand the terminologies. Again, see, for 100% completion of the project, the amount which you have allocated, that is called planned value. Now, suppose 10% of the project is completed. So, how much is the cost of this actually performed work? That is actual cost. Okay. Now, how much amount was allocated in plain value for this 10% of work? That is called the earned value. ठीक है. earned value clear हो गया. That is estimate of the value of the physical work actually completed. Mean जितना काम आपने complete किया हुआ है ना, उसके लिए आपने कितना बजट रखा था, बजट में उसका पोर्शन क्या था, that is the earned value. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then we have the rate of performance. So see, that is the ratio of the actual work completed to the percentage of work planned to have been completed at any given time in the, या इस तरह हम कह सकते हैं कि the ratio of actual cost divide by earned value, that is called what? Rate of performance. Now आप खुद बताए, अब रेट ऑफ परफॉर्मेंस इज इक्वल टू 1, तो ये कौन सा स्टेज है बजट का? जी नोमान, मोहम्मद नोमान.
यस सर.
जी, अब रेट ऑफ परफॉर्मेंस इज 1, तो
Yes,
ये
sir.
क्या होगा? ओवर बजट होगा, अंडर बजट होगा, कि क्या होगा? कब आए क्लास में?
शुरू से था सर.
तो फिर जी सीआर नफीजुल्लाह, हफीजुल्लाह, आर यू देयर? सजाद खान, ठीक है. आप लोग इंटरेस्ट नहीं ले रहे तो मुझे क्या है.
Sir, within time.
Within time, good. If rate of performance is greater than 1, फिर
Sir, over budget हो, over time.
अंडर बजट. ठीक है. ये माइंड मेरे के ये तो है क्या कहते हैं उसको, कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है ना. जब इसका मतलब क्या है कि एक्चुअल कास्ट इज ग्रेटर देन द अर्न्ड वैल्यू, तो मतलब क्या है कि आपने कम बजटिंग की है ना, आपने कम अमाउंट एलोकेट किया हुआ है, तो ये अंडर बजट है। एंड इफ द रेट ऑफ परफॉर्मेंस इज लेस देन 1, तो ये ओवर बजट है, कि एक्चुअल कास्ट जो आया हुआ है ना, ये बजटेड कास्ट से कम है, तो आपने ओवर
Yes.
बजटिंग की है, आपने ज्यादा अमाउंट एलोकेट किया हुआ है। ठीक है। CPI and SPI less than 100% indicate the problem. Just understand these two terms, then we will finish the class. CPI is the cost performance index. Cost performance index, that is equal to earned value divided by actual value. ठीक है, earned value divided by actual value. Again, earned value is the amount which is allocated for the given activity in the budget, and the actual value is the amount which occurred on the actual work which is performed. So that is called CPI. ठीक है, नोट कर ले अपने साथ. Now if CPI is equal to 1, the project is in budget. If CPI is greater than 1, so the project is क्या होगा, CPI मीन अगर अर्न वैल्यू ज्यादा है एक्चुअल से तो ओवर बजट होगा, और अगर लेस देन 1 है तो अंडर बजट होगा। ठीक। सेकंड टर्म है हमारे पास SPI, दैट इज कॉल्ड द शेड्यूल्ड परफॉर्मेंस इंडेक्स। ये अर्न वैल्यू डिवाइड बाय प्लेन वैल्यू। okay, earned value divided by planned value. If that is less than 1, the project is behind the schedule. If it is greater than 1, then the project is ahead of schedule, and if it is equal to 1, then it is unscheduled. ठीक है, that is schedule performance index is used to estimate the projected time to complete the project. just यहाँ पे देखिए एक एग्जांपल है, ठीक, ये जो सॉलिड करो है, that is the budget at completion, that when the project completed, this much will be the cost. See, the project will be complete in between 11 and 12 months, and the total cost will occur is 100,000. So that is the total budget, and this is the point which is called BAC, budget at completion. Now suppose after 5th month you performed that, how much is the actual cost occurred on this work which we have completed, and how much was the cost allocated in the budget. So that is the earned value, that is the actual cost. So from the graph you can see that the project is going under budgeted. ठीक है, actual cost जो है वो क्या है, actual cost जो है वो ज्यादा हो रहा है। ठीक है, so अगर इस तरह आप चले जाएं तो ये पॉइंट आएगा कि estimate at completion मीन अगर exactly इस साइड इस तरह आप जा रहे हैं तो आफ्टर कंप्लीशन कितना कास्ट आएगा, 120,000 आएगा। इसको EAC कहते हैं ना, प्रोजेक्ट एट कंप्लीशन। सो यू कैन सी दैट दिस पॉइंट इज अबव दैट दिस वन, सो ज्यादा बजट रिक्वायर्ड होगा। आपने जो बजटिंग की थी वो अंडर बजटिंग थी, प्रोजेक्ट जो कंप्लीट होगा वो ओवर बजटेड होगा। ये पॉइंट याद रखें, ये यहाँ पे और क्लियर करें कि एट द एंड estimate at completion is greater than BAC, तो प्रोजेक्ट ओवर होगा, बजट ओवर होगा, मीन ओवर बजट होगा फिर। ठीक है, और टाइम भी आप देख सकते हैं ना, टाइम ज्यादा हो गया तो ये प्रोजेक्ट जो है ये डिले होगा। ठीक है, सो जस्ट अंडरस्टैंड दिस टर्मिनोलॉजीज, दीज आर ऑल अबाउट द जस्ट इंट्रोडक्शन, importance and the terminologies which are involved in the budget preparation. Inshallah, in next class we will discuss the different methods, different individual terms which are involved in the budget preparation. ठीक है.